Oh no, I'm dead. Well, it's a good thing I saved recently. What's up, everybody? badassgamez, welcome back to Tomb Raider 2. I am in living quarters. Well, not quite yet. There's nobody living in these waters, but we want to swim through this opening, but we don't want to go any further because there's a current that will carry you all the way over to the entrance. We want to find this lever instead and pull it first before we get sucked down by the current. Now, if you get sucked by the current and you didn't pull the lever, that's fine. You can fight the current to get all the way over to the lever. It'll let you and eventually pull that thing. But you are limited by your breath, so keep that in mind while you're trying to do this. Alright, let's pull ourselves out right here, and we're going to make our way over here. Let's pull out the M16 because there's going to be a guy with a bat or something coming around this corner. We can easily end him with this thing. He drops a small med pack, so let's go grab that thing from him real quick. Looks like it was glitching through the through the wall there for a little bit. Alright, we come into this room. It's like a big engine room. We got some pistons that are in the air. Okay, what we want to do is go to the other side, all the way over here, and pull ourselves up. Now, there's a couple of ways to get over. You don't have to go all the way over here, but this is just one of the ways. She looks up at a lever. We need to pull that lever. That's like the ultimate goal here, to pull that lever. But we want to find this entrance instead before we can actually do that, because it's going to do everything that we need to get up there to that lever, right? Let's pull out some ammunition or something, because we got to fight some dudes. As soon as we go down in here, there's going to be a guy with a bat that spawns when I stand on this tile. Let's destroy him, and then there's also going to be a shotgun guy that's going to come around the corner. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Hopefully I can take out my M16 before she pulls out her Uzis. There we go. Sometimes that shotgun guy comes around the corner rather quickly, too. So just unload on him, and they both drop stuff. This guy has some harpoon ammo for you. This guy has some automatic ammo. Now be careful, because down the hallway there's some barrels that are going to roll as soon as you stay on this tile. So get them to roll and then come back into this room. Take your gun out, because there's going to be another guy coming at you. He's going to come around the corner again. Dispose of that guy, and then come into this room right here, being mindful of those barrels as well, otherwise they will crush you. Now there's some fire, and there's this shimmy spot that we need to use to get across all the way over on that side. You can also see an underwater lever that we need to pull. However, there's no water in here. How are we going to pull it? So what you want to do is you want to find the left end of this tile, run and jump to grab this spot to shimmy over to the right. If you try to run and jump from any of the other spots on that ramp, you probably will miss and you'll fall directly into the fire. And there's no water around here to put yourself out, and that's kind of a shame, right? So don't catch yourself on fire. By the way, this is one of the easiest levels to get through without using a med pack. Very, very simple. I may or may not end up taking a lot of damage depending on the randomness factor, but we'll see. Alright, finally I'm all the way across this fire. We can fall off and find a lever that's going to turn the fire off in case we need to go back, or in case we need to come back through here. We don't have to use that shimmy spot anymore. It makes it simple if you mess up and you fall down, or if you're just exploring or something. So, yeah, there's really not much else. This is very linear level 2. Like, there's only one thing you can do, not a whole lot of branches off to different areas. Right here's a lever that's going to invert the pistons. Okay? Now that we have them inverted, we can actually make our running jumps over to the other side. We'll find this hole that's going to drop us right back into the same room where we were at with the pistons. So that's good. It's a very nice little shortcut back. You can't jump up there from down below, though. The ledge is actually just a little bit too high. Alright, so we got some pistons here, and we can finally run and jump on. We can do a running jump over to this one. And then you may have noticed the stone dragon over here to the right. And yes, it's very easy to get to. Just stand the ledge, do a running jump over. Oh, I missed. I missed because of the ceiling. You should probably be all the way over to the left side. Alright guys, I'll see you guys back at that spot. Alright guys, I finally made it back to the spot. Holy crap. Let's do this run and jump all the way from this corner this time, so we don't hit our head on the ceiling. That's exactly what happened last time. She should be able to stick her landing, so I don't even need to grab the ledge. Pick up the stone dragon, and now we're going to make our way back to this ledge over there. Now be careful, there is a shotgun guy in that corridor. I'm going to take out my M16 and just stand here and wait for him, bait him out with this thing, and then, you know, do one of those numbers. Off him, and then pick up his automatic ammo that he drops, and then head down this corridor. Now this corridor is going to give us access to that lever that inverts the pistons and also gives us access to this side of the pistons, so we can use it to jump and get that lever that we saw at the very beginning. There's some shotgun shells right there, 2 pickups worth of shotgun shells. And also there's a movable box right here that we can push. Get a flare lit, 'cause it's kind of dark back here. I'm going to push this into the wall. You can't pull it because there's the ledge behind you won't let you. Let's fall down and into this room where we'll have that lever again. Now we don't want to fall down the hole behind the lever. We'll pull this lever, invert the pistons once again, and then use this fact that this ledge is now available since we push the block to get back up and on this side of the pistons. Now we can run and jump all the way across that room again and be high enough to pull that lever. Pretty cool and interesting idea that they had here with this piston thing. I really like it a lot. Alright, so just hopscotching our way back. Finally, we're on the last piston, and then we can find this corner to run and jump to. Hopefully my flare doesn't give out. Oh, don't give out on me, flare. That was so close to a flare death, it's not even funny. Okay, let's pull this lever. This is going to flood the room with the fire and, you know, the crawl space, all that stuff is now flooded, and we can use that to pull that lever, that underwater lever that we saw earlier. The safest way to get down is to jump over to this piston, and then we can just easily make our way down. You don't take any fall damage as long as you land on this ledge. If you do a backflip and you land on this lower ledge, then you will take a little bit of fall damage. Not much, though. I did get hit a little bit too while I was trying to come back to that spot, so... Anyway, let's continue down into the water. We're going to pull that lever that's right here on this wall. This is going to open up that door behind me and allow us access to the next section. Let's swim through here and down. Now there's going to be a harpoon guy you can somewhat avoid, but we want to come over into this section right here, and I'm just going to sit here and wait for him. As long as I'm here, he's actually going to surface with me, and I can take him out very, very easily. Oh, maybe. He didn't surface. I expected it. That's fine. Let's just get back up there and get him to surface. It's a lot easier to take him out when he's surfaced. There he goes. Alright, so he got a few shots off on me. That's fine. I'm not too concerned about damage in this level at all. Kill him however you want. If you're going for kills, you can probably just ignore him if you're not. And then we want to go and find this little opening right here. This is going to take us to a switch that we need to pull. And also there's a large eel back here that does a lot of damage, so swim over to the left. Don't let him scare you either. He's kind of scary, but yeah. Swim to the left when you come toward the lever and he won't do any damage. Now he does a lot of damage if he does hit you, so now in this part he actually has a larger range, so you gotta be extremely careful. And I guess I didn't get attacked, and he does a lot of damage, so you do not want to get hit by him. Alright, so we pull the lever to open up this trapdoor right above the entrance to that eel area and pull ourselves out. Now there's a guy in here up on the ventilation that we can take care of. I'm going to use the automatics. Alright, and he's down. Now there is a shortcut that you can take here. There's a bunch of other stuff you can do in this room that has no items or whatever, but if you want the shortcut, stand here, do a standing jump, and pull yourself up, and you can easily make yourself into the next section. However, I'm going to just assume that, you know, we want to take the normal route through the level, so I'm going to do that. Let's pull this lever, okay, and it's going to open up this door right here, give us access to this room. Now, there's nothing in this room except for another lever that's over there that we got to grab. These platforms over here are going to raise each time you pull one of these levers, but they're timed, so you got to be careful because there's also a glass pit down below. So what I recommend you to do is you pull the one on the right first, and then you pull the one on the left. It's going to raise those platforms, and then turn immediately, hit the roll button at that lever, and then run and jump and grab this ledge. And then we can shimmy over to the right. Now these ledges that I'm holding on to, like I said before, are timed, so if they give out while you're above this glass, it's pretty much instant death. If it's not above the glass, you just got to start over. But the timer is rather long, so you shouldn't need to worry about it too much. And even if you do fail, you do have that shortcut that you can take. So let's pull this lever. It's going to drop that hatch that's in the other room that I was just in. And go out there and It's supposed to be the proper way to get up on top of the ventilation. I'm assuming that this is either a bug or an intentional shortcut by jumping onto that ventilation right there. I'm not sure, because I didn't design the game, but they do let you avoid a lot of that stuff, so... Alright, so in order to get up there, it's a couple ways you can do this. You can jump and, you know, do one of those numbers to get up here. You can probably jump from down below and all that stuff, so... Yeah. Whoa! Looks like you can't do that, though. Alright, I need to turn around. So you can do it like this as well, I guess. Give you an extra demonstration, because I failed. Right, let's turn and then jump over to this side. Cool, now we have this movable box that we want to move, or you could probably just jump and grab this ledge over there. You probably don't even need to move it. Let's try doing that. I'm fairly certain you could grab it like this, but you can move the box out and then use the fact that the box is no longer there to fall and shimmy. If that's what you want to do. Again, all this is part of the long cut. If you didn't take the shortcut, then you'd have to go through all this. However, if you did take the shortcut, then you should be at this point right here, and you're going to want to find this opening over here. This is going to take us to the next section. Now, let me take out my guns, because there's going to be another guy. It's going to come out of nowhere if I stand right here on this tile. He's got a wrench, so we're not too concerned about damage or whatever. And let's go down the hallway that he came from. Now there's a couple of ways you can go. You can get this golden dragon down below, okay? Directly below you there's some glass, so if you fall down in there you'll die. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to jump up there. There's a false breakaway floor that'll send you down in there and you can grab that thing and then hop back up where I'm standing. However, if you do that, you take a small amount of fall damage, and you can avoid that fall damage by doing the same technique I did in the last level. Stand at the edge, tap the roll button, and then she'll come off the ledge at a running speed, and you'll miss the glass, be able to pick up the gold dragon. For some reason, I always associate the gold dragon with the third secret, and that's not necessarily the case, and even in this level, it's not the case. So, the gold dragon. All right, now that we have that, let's go out. Let's go this way this time. And we'll find, if we stand right here, there's the Jade dragon out there. We're going to get that. And there's also a barracuda that we're going to need to take care of, since we're doing all kills. There's another barracuda in the water right there. If you stand right here in the water, the tile will break away, and it'll give us access to that barracuda. Now, it takes them a second to come out of the water, but if you stand right about here, you can sit here and watch, and you'll see a shadow eventually come around. It might take a little while, depending. But I guarantee he's on his way. Any day now, barracuda. I'm not sure how long this is going to take, so I might as well read off a comment here. I got a comment from Tomb Raiding Avatar 101 who says that she's trying to save the world, Lara Croft, and this is what she always gets herself in that situation. So I agree. It's like the governments are all completely oblivious of the fact that, you know, the world's about to end, and here's this one woman that's going to go through and save everybody. It's pretty amazing. Alright, so we finished off that barracuda, we swam through the water and found the Jade dragon with a bunch of M16 ammo. That is so much ammo, that's awesome. I've been using it like crazy, and now I have more than what I started with. Excellent, now that we have that, this is the proper way to go. Now there is a jump right here. There's a couple of ways you can do this. It's not too hard. If you can jump right here, and then you can, if you do it quickly, you can, you know, jump and then grab the ledge that way. But if you fail that, then what you can do, because the floor is gone now, you want to jump up on here to these tiles, and then face a little forward, so that way when you jump from this ledge, you can grab this edge and shimmy over to the right. We gotta go all the way over to the right because the ceiling directly above us is too low for us to pull ourselves up until you get about here. Maybe even a little bit before. Now this big room with these pillars have nothing in it, so don't worry about it. You want to fall down into this hole and find some guys we need to deal with. I'm going to take out the M16. This guy's got a shotgun and he's up on this ledge. And there you have it. Sweet, he's planking again. I like how he's planking in my walkthroughs every time. Thanks, guy. I did get a comment in my original video. Somebody said that, look, planking started in Tomb Raider 2. It's so true. Look at that. Alright, that guy did a lot of damage. Usually he doesn't shoot that often. I'm surprised. But it doesn't matter. I don't need to worry about using a med pack in this level. Alright, over here we'll find a movable box, which I'm going to pull out. You can push it if you want, and you'll open up a passageway into this other section, but you'll block yourself off from something else. You can get down to that section anyway by jumping over this rail. So, we want to pull that out for sure. Now, before we go down that corridor, we want to come over here because we need to get an item that's needed for that direction. Another shotgun guy. There's also a guy with a wrench. Or a bat or something. Alright, he's taken care of. I don't believe any of these guys drop anything, so I'm going to go ahead and check, though. Alright. Over here, we'll find a movable box, okay? We need to move this box out. We're not going to use it to stand on it, but it's what's underneath the box that's important. Okay, so just move it out once. And then there's another shotgun guy that spawned up there, by the way, while we were down here doing this. So you might get shot at a couple times. You can probably stand in front of the box, he'll spawn, and then you can just jump up there to kill him if you want. Because just standing in front of the box is what spawns him. Let's go up here and off this guy. Alright, he died and dropped nothing. Man, a bunch of cheapskates in this level. It's unfortunate. Yeah, we don't get a whole lot of pickups in this level, so no med packs, no weapons, no ammo. Not a whole lot, at least. Alright, pull out my automatic pistols. Right here is where the key's going to go, but there's a guy at the end here, so if you're going for kills, this is where you want to go. Alright, he's down. Pretty sure he drops nothing too, so whatever. Let's go over here and throw this key in the hole. And enter the theater. Let me get my M16 back out. 400 shots so far that I have in my M16, which is awesome. It's a lot of dead stuff, at least. I'm surprised there were two guys down here. Actually, I'm not sure why this guy came out. Or the guy with the wrench, the guy wearing the green shirt. He shouldn't be down here. For some reason, he must be from something else. I'm not sure what's up with all that, but easily take care of that guy up on the ledge with your M16. Okay, if you're having a hard time aiming at him, you can just climb the stands, the seating, in order to get the height you need to fire at him. Now, there's also a guy with a wrench up in here, and for some reason he's giving me some trouble. He's usually a lot easier than this. Normally what I'll do, I'll stay on this ledge, and as soon as he comes around the corner, just light him up, and he'll die before he even gets to me. So, alright, this guy that had the shotgun, though, he dropped some Uzi clips. So I'm going to grab those. And then I'm going to go over here. There's a switch that's going to open up the curtain on the stage. And it's amazing because we can go back there and finish the level. For some reason, they have a flood switch back there, you know. Backstage, for some reason, they need a flood switch for another section of the boat. Don't know what that's all about. Alright, normally that guy with the wrench would be coming around this corner right here, but for some reason, like I said, he's spawned on the wrong side, so we don't have to worry about him. Pretty dark back here. Let me light a flare. This box that I'm standing on right now is movable, but you don't need to move it if you jump properly. There's nothing underneath it, and it's not going to get you any access to anything else, so you can just leave it there. Save some time, right? Be careful because there's a glass pit over there, and there's also a button here that's going to flood that section. Okay. Now, that opening that you saw in that cutscene that I went away from really quickly, sorry about that, that's the exit. So we were very close to the exit, we just couldn't get to it because of the fact that the thing wasn't flooding, and the movable box won't get you close enough, so... Okay, now that we've done that, we did spawn another shotgun guy. It's going to be out here somewhere. He's probably out here and basically where the exit's at. Just shoot whenever she points her gun. That's essentially the way of it. Okay, this guy does drop something. He drops some shotgun shells. And now let's head over here to this water that we flooded into this section, where we picked up the key, and we can pull ourselves out right here. This is the exit. Whoops. This is the exit. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching my walkthrough. I am badassgamez, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.